So first of all, sit comfortably. Make sure that you are comfortable in the space that you're in, that you feel safe. Make sure that there are no drafts, as they can distract the mind. And then you can sit either on a chair or on a cushion, whatever is comfortable for you. The main thing during the meditation is that we have a straight back. The back is straight, and at the same time it is relaxed. So we straighten the back by seeing all the vertebrae as little blocks that we stack one on top of the other. And we make such a nice pile that we do not need the muscles to hold that in its place. And so you can visualize that through your spine. And when you can straighten your back like that, then you can relax your muscles automatically. If you feel during the meditation that tension is building up in your body, allow yourself to release it. And if you need to move in order to do so, that's totally fine. After the release, you go back into the meditation posture. And then we set a motivation for doing this meditation. And we can think we're going to do this meditation in order to find more peace and calm of the mind. When we have the ability to relax our mind within our current situation, we can have a positive influence on everyone around us. So relaxing our mind is not just for ourselves, it's for everybody. And then to make this meditation really powerful, we're going to gather the energy, our energy towards our body. So first we gather all our physical energy. And we can do that by becoming aware of our body. Feel your buttocks sitting on the floor or the chair. Be aware of your legs, your feet. Be aware of your torso, your stomach and your back, your rib cage. Your arms and your head. And let all your physical energy come to rest. The next half hour during this meditation, there is no need for the body to go anywhere. And so the body doesn't have to be ready to go. There is no need to prepare for what comes next. Allow yourself to be just in this meditation. And then gather all your mental energy. Our minds are often occupied by events that have happened in the past, or with events that might happen in the future. Intuitively, we believe that when we think about a possible future, we have more control over the outcome. Observe how your mind is engaged like that. Preparing for the future in a practical way is useful to do. But the thinking that we do based on fear for the future makes us energetically very weak. We do not have the capacity to know what is going to happen in the future. We don't even know what is going to happen in the next moment. So acknowledge that. Because we don't know what is going to happen, we have no control in the sense that we can organize the future. The only control we can have is with respect to what is happening right now, in the present moment. So use that reflection to gather all your mental energy to the body, to the present moment, and then let it rest in its own nature. Let the mind rest. Having gathered all our physical energy to the body, having gathered all our mental energy, then bring your awareness to your body and bring your awareness to your breathing. And come home to it. This is where you belong, connected with where you are right now. And when you are trying to be aware of your body and aware of your breathing, you might notice how your mind wants to jump again to the future. There might be worry in your mind, or fear. Or certain things might pop in your mind that seem to be very important, that need attention. So first of all, try to observe this tendency of the mind. We all have it. And when you can see how it arises in the mind, then name it. For instance, you can say, worry arises in my mind, or fear arises in my mind. And then instead of following and engaging with your worry, you could say, worry arises in the mind, and worry dissolves back into the mind. Although worry has the same nature as the mind, it is not the mind itself. I can see my worry coming and going. I'm not my worry. The worry is just something that arises in the mind. So try to get some distance from what arises in the mind, whether that is fear or worry or important thoughts. Try to step back and see them as bubbles arising. Our thoughts are not reality itself. Our thought is what we think about reality, but it's not reality. And what we think about reality has most of the time nothing to do with reality at all. What we think about reality comes from our own beliefs, from our own emotions, from our own thinking. And no matter what thoughts we have of reality, they are not the truth itself. And the more we are able to let them go, the more we are able to see that the thoughts are not the truth itself, we can let them go. We stop holding on to them. Just let them arise and dissolve back into the mind. Our fear, our worry, they are based on ignorance, on not knowing. So try really to see they don't even have the capacity to say anything about the future. They're guessing, but they are blind. So no need to hold on to them as being truthful, as being valid. Fear and worry come from attachment, which is strongly connected with our survival. Attachment makes sure that we get what we need. But the nature of attachment is that it exaggerates. And the more it is fueled by fear, the more stories it will tell us. Attachment takes us away from the present moment. While the present moment is all we have. The present moment is where our power is, where we can really see what is going on. While the future is at this moment only a fantasy. Once that future moment arises in time, it becomes the present moment. Think about that. If we want to connect with our power, with our inner wisdom, with our authentic self, we have to bring the mind to the present moment. Only then can we listen deeply to what our inner wisdom is trying to tell us. It's not your fault that your mind has the tendency to jump to the future. It is part of our ignorant nature. So reflect on the suffering that this tendency is causing you. And in dependence on that, generate compassion for yourself. Which means wish yourself to be free of all that suffering. And you can visualize your compassion as a little, very powerful and courageous light in the center of your heart that consumes whatever suffering it encounters. When there is compassion in the mind, we can be with our fears. We can be with our worries without being taken away by them. Feel how it softens your mind, how it relaxes your mind. And then reflect on the fact that all ordinary sentient beings have the same tendency. When there is fear or worry in the mind, it takes the mind away from the body and disempowers the person. So think about a situation in the world and try to tune into the fear that others are experiencing. Fear or worry about losing their job, their livelihood, their health, and maybe even their life. And so let the compassion that you felt for yourself be open to the suffering of others. Allow the suffering of others to touch your heart and be consumed by that powerful and courageous light in the center of your heart. And when you do that, you can repeat, may you be free of suffering. May you be free of suffering. So do that first with those close to you. And then you extend that to others. And let your mind expand. May you be free of suffering. Let the mind expand even further. May you be free of suffering. And then coming to the end of the meditation, we can feel gratitude for having found the tool of meditation that allows us to reconnect with our inner wisdom and our inner power. Everything that we need is inside us. All the answers that we need are inside us. Amazing. And then take a moment to rejoice. Rejoice in how we can be there for others, how we can be there for ourselves. We can become our own best friend. And we can become friends with everyone around us. How wonderful. And then we can gather all the positive energy that we have created by doing this meditation. And then dedicate that towards the well-being of all sentient beings.